Hi guys, my name's Rob. I'm a youth worker in Staple Hill, running a studio for the community and for young people. Today I'm going to introduce you to an artist I know called Grant Harris. He's going to be coming up and we're going to do a little interview with him, talking about his new mixtape, Closer to the Edge, and then we might even have a little bit of a word from Freedom as well with his new mixtape, The Book of Freedom.
Sparks fly and your heart stops anytime I'm spitting on the mic or letting bars off. I make the gal them dribble from the crush and the man them show me respect cause I don't give a fuck. And anyone who don't know me, I throw the finger up and say sit and swivel, motherfucker, I ain't giving up. Look at my expression, do I seem to care? Look into my eyes, does it seem like I'm all there? Huh? Well if the answer is no, then I suggest you hit the road before I break your fucking nose. Leave you on the...
So what's the mixtape called?
My mixtape's going to be called Closer to the Edge.
When is it out?
Hopefully going to be dropping on March the 12th, but that's going to be down to whether I can get the collaborations done down in time. I should hopefully have all my parts done by then, but I've got a few things going on, so it might be pushed back by a week or two, but hopefully March the 12th should be out by.
And where will you be able to get it from?
Well, I'm just setting up my website now. I'm going to be making up hard copies as well. Like, hopefully it's going to be pushed upon you by someone that you know, but www.titlefightent.com is where you're going to be able to go and download it from, and you'll be able to grab some of my older mixtapes there as well. But yeah, hopefully I'm looking to have this one pushed around properly, so you're going to come across it in one way.
What plans and expectations do you have from the release of the mixtape?
Well, I'm hoping that this is the mixtape that sort of really gets my name out there, because I'm planning on pushing this one harder, further afield than I've ever pushed anything really, and that's because I sort of switched my style up a little bit, and I'm looking that this will be the one that sort of like cements my spot in this city for my work rate and for what music I want to bring, and so I'm hoping for bigger and better things from this point on really.
The name of the mixtape is Closer to the Edge.
Yeah.
How does the music kind of reflect the name of the mixtape? Where did the name come from?
Well, it's Closer to the Edge because it sort of reflects the whole idea of a man losing his mind or being pushed to the edge by his life circumstances. It sort of starts off as, you know, someone who's very against the world, and, you know, like put their middle finger up to the world. You know, they've had enough of it, and the further into the mixtape you get, you sort of find underlying reasons and causes for why this person felt this way, and then it starts to open up and become a lot realer, a lot more emotional, and a lot deeper, and it is a sort of self-autobiographical really, and a little bit of some things that I was going through and feelings that I felt, and yeah, I just wanted to put it out there, and I thought Closer to the Edge was the way I felt. You know, I felt like I was on the edge and I didn't know which way I was going, but you know, we're all in control of that, and I was closer to the edge, but you know, we have the choice to turn around and walk away from that. So,
can you name a favourite track off the mixtape?
Yeah, my favourite track is actually a remix that I done of Rick Ross and Drake's "Stay Scheming." But what I did is I took the whole idea of what they done and just laid my own concept on it, and called the track "Take My Last Breath." And yeah, it's about the feelings of ups and downs that you go through, and the constant fight again, like that whole idea of being closer to the edge. Like, do you go, do you not go, where do you go from here, what does life have in store for you, do you take the lessons from the past and do they apply to the future, all those sort of things. And yeah, you can take my last breath. That's what I want to do.
Which tracks will be your next video release?
Well, I've got a few in the lineup. I think my next video release might actually be one from a previous mixtape featuring Freedom, Mega Man Freestyle, but also Take My Last Breath is going to be my next one, coming off with my Closer to the Edge mixtape, along with another collaboration for that mixtape which I've done with BD, a track called Fight So Hard. And so yeah, that's probably my next 3 new releases there.
Yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about Title Fight Entertainment and what plans you've got with it?
Yeah, I am looking to use Title Fight Entertainment as my business, as my way of sort of like generating the whole business idea and approach to whatever I do from now on. It's starting off as a record label, and it's going to be a way for me to push myself out. I'm also in talks with certain other people to try and, you know, bring a few other artists through as well. But also I want to dabble in other things such as like video recording and short movie making, production, or various things that I want Title Fight to be a part of. I don't want it to just be one thing. I want it to have fingers in a lot of pies and go out there, and hopefully that will be the base and the foundation as to what I'm going to be making my living from.
So after this mixtape, what comes next?
Well, I'm working on my EP, which is called the Airwaves EP, which is going to be the first official release from Title Fight Entertainment, and that's going to be available on iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all good digital retailers. And there's no release date for that as of yet, but I've got the cover all designed and all done up, courtesy of AP Creative for that one. And yeah, so I'm looking to push that out, and that's going to be pushed at the radios as well, and that's going to be hopefully my first attempt at making a little earner for myself and for the business. So, yeah.
And can you tell us about other mixtape projects you're involved with? Any other artists you're working with at the moment?
Yeah, I'm working with various artists. It's the main thing that I'm working on at the minute, bar my solo things, is the Mayhem album with Older and Hannah. We're looking at getting that out there, and again that's going to be pushed out and released on iTunes, etc. Also looking at working with as many people as possible in Bristol. Hopefully I'll be copying myself another feature on Freedom's next mixtape as well. But yeah, I'm down to work with anyone. I'm looking forward to working with anyone, and there's one guy especially that I will be working with called Connor Knapp, who I've made my intentions clear that I want him signed really to Title Fight Entertainment as and when the time's right. But for now I'm going to be sort of like project managing him and getting his career up and running a little bit. He's a singer and a rapper, and he's very good, very talented. And also Goodnight Lois, a punk rock band that I work very closely with, great bunch of lads. Make great music, and I've got a few projects that I'm running with the band as a whole, and as the individual members are there as well. So yeah, lots of things in the pipeline, bar my own solo stuff as well.
Tell us a little bit about where you're from.
Well, I'm born and bred Bristol, but you can find me about. I'm always about, I'm not always rooted to the same spot. Yeah, I'm looking to go national and international and such and such. But yeah, I'm born and bred Bristol. It's where my heart lies. So.
And who are your influences and other motivations to push you forward?
Well, we can go as far back as people like Tupac, Biggie. You know, obviously when I was growing up, I think I was too young to sort of listen to them. As I discovered hip hop, they stood out. You know, obviously a lot of hype around them and everything. Eminem was really the first person I actually listened to and started to appreciate, and that's sort of like past. But nowadays I'm looking at people like K-Coke and UK artists, really, people that are closer to home, that are making big movements, and also other Bristol artists as well, like Freedom. I could BD especially as well, but there's lots of names that I could mention. But Bristol artists that are making big movements have a massive impact on me because it's very close to home, and you know, the success hopefully won't stray too far from there. So yeah, I'm following that very closely.
Let's go! Black and white like an old film. Mine is mixed race. This place MCs don't matter which race. Your mixtape's empty. Mine's fatter than thick steaks. Plenty minds are getting battered like fish cakes. Make no mistakes, I'm here to take the crown. I know these dirty snakes had better hit the ground. So for God's sakes, learn your lesson please. Hit the brakes cause there ain't no second guessing me. In my city I'm a force to be reckoned with. Pretty boy, I break your jaws if you take the piss.
What's going on, Freedom? How you doing today, man?
Cool, man. What's up, man?
Yeah, not a lot, man. Not a lot. Just passing through, putting the work in. You know how it is. Yeah, basically, I just brought you through it today because I wanted to just talk with you and let the people see a little bit of you behind the music, and
okay, cool.
Talk to you about what plans and what you got, and what I want to know. Start off with is what mixtapes or releases have you got out right now that you can let the people know about?
Okay, well, firstly, right now, go out, get my mixtape, Book of Freedom, Chapter 1. That's what I've been working on like last year basically. There's a few videos out you can check on YouTube called Now You're Gone, You Get Me, from this mixtape. And at the moment I'm currently just working on the next mixtape, but I'm still promoting this one, and you know.
Oh, okay, so where can people get that from?
You can download from Hulkshare. You need to find Mr. Free, or just see me for a copy, innit? If anyone wants a CD rather than a download, it's there, you know?
Okay, nice one. Alright, so after you put that out and whatnot, what sort of movements did that make for you? Like, what are you doing right now as we speak? Like, where is this music taking you?
Well, lately, like, the biggest thing for me was I had a meeting from with Ooze from label MTG, and I was very like pleased with how that went, and I was now signed to their label, and so repping label MTG and just working with them guys now. Like I said, working on the next mixtape, which will be an official MTG mixtape.
Right, yeah.
And just I'm doing a lot of things as well, just filming videos for my first mixtape as well.
Yeah.
And for just doing like promotional stuff like that. So
you liable to say what your next video release is going to be, or?
I'm keeping that one on locks at the moment, but it's going to be a smasher. So.
All right, okay, that's what I like to hear. All right then. How did the name Book of Freedom come about?
Well, it came from. I think I got the idea from Stephen and Damian Marley, like Book of Life kind of thing. And my name being Freedom, if you don't know, my name's Dom, so I thought of it about being free and myself being free. So it's like the book of freedom of me and like against oppression and things like that. So
right, okay, alright, nice. What have you got? Any favourite tracks from your mixtape, and why, and what are they about?
Well, one of my favourites is it's called Bristol's Finest. It's where I mention a lot of like each letter of Bristol's Finest, but I use a different artist name. And the first line is a lot of people think that Bristol's soft, and then the second verse of the first line is a lot of people think Bristol's fake. Yeah. So it's trying to just show the people out there maybe that think, don't know about Bristol, trying to show them, you know, we got real artists here, we got real music, and things are moving here. And at the moment, I think we got one of the hottest scenes in the UK, really.
Nice. All right. So what comes after the mixtapes then?
Well, this summer I'm performing at the Pen is Mightier Than the Sword Festival, which is in Castle Park. I think it's in about June. So that's going to be a big thing, and that's like a 2-day event, many artists from Bristol performing. And I'm also going to try and work a lot more on producing beats myself, because I can do that. It's just that I've mostly just been focusing on wanting to spit over industry beats and trying to, you know, so I think more about finding my own sound a bit more now. Also another thing is I'm trying to not exactly tone it down, but not try and talk about so much violence and things like that. Okay, I'm not gonna ignore that sort of stuff, and I'm still gonna talk about it and things, but I want to promote more of a positivity, like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
So yeah.
Alright man, well thank you very much for passing through today, my brother. Cool. And best of luck with everything that goes down with you in the future, man.
You're welcome, man. Same for you. Good to see you.
Thank you too, man.
Take care.
Let my jokes up and let those fuckers digest, because I know they're hard to swallow sometimes. So I'm lucky that my cum goes down your throat just fine, huh? Yeah, he's a punchline king. You'll get knocked the fuck out with a one-time swing. You ain't sick, just a bunch of swag, and you'll get beat the fuck up like a punching bag. I'm the best that your mum's ever had. I'm the best in the city, and I'm ever so glad, because I fucking deserve it. But I fucking deserve it. So I fucking deserve it. Allergic to failure, I bust in his curtains. I fucking deserve it. But I fucking deserve it. So I fucking deserve it. Allergic to failure, I bust in his curtains.